Happy Tuesday.
Hang on.
It's the Boxing Day of Monday.
Mate, it's the New Year's Eve of Wednesday. It's the Wednesday Eve.
It is. And it is your review of A Written Testimony.
Oh, now you bloody confused me.
Testimony by J Electronica.
You're not wrong. Alright, so it is called A Written Testimony. Now, coming into this album, it's been about... Well, the album's only been out for 1 day for me, so I've only had very limited listening time, so this is a sort of first reaction.
Is it good?
Is it good? Yes, very good actually.
There we go.
J Electronica has been sort of teasing this for the better part of a decade now.
That's fucking insane.
The last time I was, I was in high school, early high school, when he first
announced it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So it's been a long while. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, he's Frank Ocean Part 2.
Yeah, no, Frank Ocean the original, mate. But yeah, this album is fully featuring Jay-Z. He's on every single track, so it's sort of almost a joint album.
Does he produce it or just rap?
No, he's rapping.
Okay, there you go.
So I don't know if he was producing, but he had some really crazy good producers on here. He had No ID,
Ooh.
He had The Alchemist, he had Hitmakers.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was just insane. He had really
Sounds
great...
like a good mix.
Yeah, he really did.
I like The Alchemist.
But yeah, this is... J Electronica, if you haven't heard him before, is very religious, very spiritual. He's, I would assume, Islamic.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a dummy album. It just goes hard. Jay-Z goes really hard. APIDTA, I believe is what it's called. That's it's got a space in between each letter. It's just one of the best songs I've heard this year. It's just insane. Jay-Z goes ham. It's the standout on this album for me. I'm going to play it for you now.
Okay. This is very nice.
Teardrops on my face, it's like teardrops become waterfalls by the time they reach my laces.
Oh.
My eyelids is like levees, but my teardrops is like glaciers as I contemplate creation. The day my mama died, I scrolled up to tears all day long. Now I understand why you used to cry sometimes we ride down Playboy. You just missed your mama. The M.A. homage.
That's repetition done right.
Yeah. It's really well done, and it sort of reminds me of Stan a little bit. He's just
Yeah.
slowly speaking, slowly
he's just
getting through his
talking.
work. Yeah. And
But that's so fucking...
it's very powerful.
Very powerful.
When he talks about one of the hardest hitting lines is there's when my mama passed, I scrolled through my texts all day
Yeah.
long, through her
Yeah, that got
text.
me.
That's really
What hit me was when he goes, I just miss my mama.
yeah.
He sort of, it's almost as if he choked up and couldn't
Yeah,
get
exactly.
through the line.
Yeah, he sort of had to
start
restart. Yeah. It's a really
hell.
emotionally driven album. Jay-Z goes really hard on this. Jay-Z has matured so well. I always say that Jay-Z is overrated, and I'm going to talk about... You're going to hear that when we're going to do a little podcast. We're going to do a little show to be released while we're away. But
Yeah, maybe just 1 a week or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jay-Z is really understated on this album, very controlled in his verses. He's not going fast, he's not going hard, but yeah, he's just really, really powerful in his message. And J Electronica's like that too. I really like the start of... I really like the song Shiny Suit Theory, which I'll play now. It's very well produced, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's talking about real stuff. On that song, he's talking about that he was sort of not scared to release music, but he just released music on his own time, and he's had people all around him saying you should release music, do it for your family, you're going to get bigger and all these sort of things. But he's sort of stuck true to his own vision and his own art.
Yeah.
But, he doesn't care about the money or anything like that, and it really comes through on this that this is a project that's been built over time, and it's sort of like,
Yeah.
like, I think artists fall into the trap of releasing music constantly and it
Yeah.
watering down.
Trying to stay relevant.
Yeah, they just water down the art. Where Jay Electronica just sort of wants to release his greatest all the time, and I think that that's really powerful, and I think that that really works well in his favor. And the other song that I was really a fan of was Flux Capacitor.
The production is so different, but like perfect.
It's a great album. On a first listen, I would give a more in-depth review, but I've only listened to the album twice through. So yeah, that's about what we're going to get for this. But yeah, I think it's a really great album. Definitely one you should check out. Jay-Z doesn't just hop on an album with anyone, especially for a full album. And these producers just speak for themselves. No ID, The Alchemist, Hitmakers, they just make great songs. Travis Scott's on there for a very short amount of time, but he still does really well. But yeah, I think that this is a really great album. On the first listen, I'd give it a 7, but I could see myself pushing that all the way up to a 9.
Wow.
Listening through it again. So yeah, thank you for that album, Jay Electronica. Yeah, that's it for Tuesday.
There you go. It is. So be sure to tune in tomorrow because you've got my review of. I actually forget what it's called.
Anonymous.
It's by Anonymous.
Yep.
And the actual album is called Before the Night Is Over.
All right.
See you then. That's a wrap.